there are always two ways that the Scottish Tories could have dealt with this reform problem. You can go for the sort of short-term route, which is try to copy them and try to catch them, or you can go for the longer-term route, which is to actually decide what it is that you're about. If the centre-right party of Scotland is about anything, it has to be about economic competence. Has to be about economic competence. I mean, we've had centre-left governments in Scotland for the entirety of devolution. Public expenditure as a proportion of GDP has gone up from the low 40s to the mid 50s. It's the highest of really any comparable country in Western Europe. And so the centre-right party, if that is to be the Conservative Party, has to be the party of economic competence. You can't display economic competence when you say that you are not interested in the economy's biggest growth industry for the next several decades, possibly centuries. That makes no sense. Now, I totally understand why they're doing it, because there's a lot of antipathy towards offshore wind in various parts of the country. That is largely a problem because people are not seeing the benefits they want to see from development. The answer to that question is not to scrap all development, it's to change the system of making sure that local people can see some benefit from it. This is insane, obviously. It's very similar, of course, to something that Jeff has described in the podcast before, the impact of the Richard Tice letter. There's not really that much difference here. What you're saying is you're putting development of offshore wind, you're putting a big question mark over it. And as Morris said before with the Pepsi and Coke analogy, which I would like more if I drunk either Pepsi or Coke, but I like the rhetoric nonetheless. This is actually not a winning strategy anyway, to be honest with you, because people are simply saying about the Tories, as they are about Labour in some parts of the country, people are saying, well, you can say what you like, but you've actually had your chance and it's time for somebody else who's saying the same thing to get their shot. And despite that by-election, the polls are saying that people are going to give reform a go as opposed to giving the Scottish Tories another go.